What's up, vapors? Thanks for checking out Daily Vape TV. My name is Nick, and it's Fresh Build Friday. That's right, it's that time of the week again where we get you ready for the weekend with a brand new coil build. It is way too freaking hot in here right now, so I'm going to take it a little bit easy today. I've got this OBS Engine 2 RTA to build, and I'm really excited about it because it's new and different and unique, and it's a really funky build deck. You guys will see in a second here. But with that, if you want to follow along, go ahead and grab your mod, your wick, your addy, your tools, your wire, all that good stuff. Let's go down to the close-up view and build it up. All right, guys, let's get this thing going here. We have this lovely OBS Engine V2 to build today. This thing looks really funky, so let's get to it. Today I'm going to be building with some 21 gauge flat wire, and yeah, a lot of you guys are curious about this stuff here. I'm going to try to find a link to someone in America that sells this stuff because I want you guys to try it out because it's funky, you know. This is the flat 60, and I believe this is like a lower nickel content version of nichrome. I'm not really actually very sure about that, to be honest with you guys, but it's fun to build with, and I really like it. So let's just go ahead and cut ourselves off about foot and a half ish of that. About, yeah, that should be plenty. That should be more than enough right there. Yeah, so not sure how many wraps today. Actually, we're just gonna kind of play it by ear, so we'll just clip this in half like so. Let's just take a look at this build deck real quick, because, yeah, like I said, if you guys haven't seen this already, this thing is funky. I mean, it's kind of like hanging upside down coils, I guess. Should be fun to build, so let's go ahead and get started with this one. All right, so I've got my 3mm bit on this little coil jig here, and I've got my piece of flat 60 wire, so we're just going to put it right through this little side thingy there, and we're going to start our wraps. So I'm going to try to measure this one out. Let's see, I'm going to guess probably 7 wraps. That's 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. That should do it. I'm so confident I'm taking it off the jig for right now. We'll straighten out that lead afterwards, no big deal there. So basically what I'm trying to go for here is to go post to post. So before we install these, I'm just going to straighten out these leads as best as I can here and just pull on it real tight, so make sure, you know, you get out any slack in that wire. You want those leads facing the exact same direction like that. And actually what I'm going to do for this one is kind of give it an extra little quarter wrap there and a little quarter wrap on the other side, and then bend my leads so that they're kind of in the middle. It's hard to explain. So yeah, just kind of bend them around a little bit, like I said, about a quarter of a wrap. And this is really difficult to get on camera. And then grab it right next to the coil and then bend it straight again. So that way your leads are nice and even like that. Hopefully you guys can see that. Okay. Hopefully that makes more sense now that I kind of showed you guys the profile view, but that's kind of what I was going for there. And we're just going to do it again with this coil here. Straighten them out a little bit. Give them an extra half-ish wrap. Quarter wrap or half wrap, I'm not sure. Grab it and then bend it like that. Ooh, a little too far. And then take this one and then bend it back, and there you have it. Your leads are perfectly in line with each other. That way it doesn't go over the top and keep going, and under the bottom and keep going, and have that little bit of offsetness. This should help further down the line when it comes time to install these things, which is right now. So you don't have to tweak them too much. And this is funky, man, let me tell you. I've never built anything quite like this. Are we going to have to pre-cut these? I'm not sure. We could sneak them in. You know what? We could probably sneak them in like that. Ooh, there we go. Perfect. Okay, yeah. So this, you want hanging ever so slightly down. I'm going to show you another view in just a second here, but This is a really funky build deck. I've never experienced something quite like this. I mean, the UL, what is that one called? Fancier is kind of like this, but it's like, you know, an upside down RDTA. So the wicks actually go upwards. This one, the wicks are going to go down. So that's kind of funky. But I always like a challenge. So, all right, let's just give you a little preview here. That's kind of what we're working with right now. And of course, we're going to be adjusting that ever so slightly to make sure everything is nice and straightened up. But so far, so good, I think. And actually, before we continue, I think I'm just going to snip off the excess wire here, because that's just going to get way in our way. So let's just kind of sneak it on in here, just like that. And it actually fits quite nicely. Once you get that first one into place like that, it fits pretty nice. So I'm kind of holding on to it above it and just letting it hang ever so slightly down, just so I'm not touching the post, like that and like that. There we go. Ooh, God, this freaking ohm reader can be a pain sometimes. All right, like that. That looks good to me. Actually, I'm going to clip these before I go too far, because I'm going to stab myself. You guys know me. I am notorious for that. And we're just going to do this side. Just kind of nudging them away from the posts a little bit, making sure they're nice and straight. Here, I'll do it like this. And I know you guys can't see this, so it's probably annoying, or it's upside down for you. There we go. A little bit more. There we go. Perfect. That looks good. Yes! All right. Progress report. It kind of looks like some sort of funky alien dude if you look at it, a robot guy. Look at that. I like it. All right, let's go ahead and turn our ohm reader on here. Let's find out what this thing ohms out to. 0.1. 0.09. Uh-oh. It's going down. 0.08. Oh, no. There we go. That's more what I was shooting for. 0.1, 0.11. Even like 0.12 or 3, that would be totally fine with me. Hey, that rhymes. There we go. Yeah, it's jumping up to about 0.12, 0.13 now. And these are some gorgeous colors that I'm getting. Let's give you guys a little look there. And it's a little bit past the prime color stage. Damn. You know, see, that's why I'm a terrible, like, Instagram builder, because I can never stop myself from continuing my tuning process to actually just sit there and take a picture. That is my downfall. All right. We're up to 0.16. Now we're getting a little bit high. Not that it's an issue. You know, this is an RTA, so kind of better that it's a little bit higher than a little bit lower. I have a tendency to build way too low for tanks. Oh man, now we're going all the way up to 0.2. Well, this is a stage where I check my screws, because 0.12 could be a loose wire or something in there. Yeah, it's about a, you know, 1/8 of a turn or so. Oh, that one was really loose. Ooh. Oh man. Yeah, that screw was really loose. All right, now we're back down to 0.14. That's what it was. I had a little bit of a loose screw there. Now we are glowing nicely. Those coils are gorgeous. You get these really nice, like, kind of gold tones out of these coils after they've been tuned for a little bit. They start off like a real deep blue and purple, and all of a sudden they heat up to its kind of maximum, and they bring out these like slight gold tones to them, which is really kind of cool. So there we go. There's our coils. Let's just show you one quick little glow shot there. There you go. And these things are ready for some wick. All right, guys, so I've got my mod set to 80 watts. Let's go ahead and see some vapor production. Not too bad, not too bad. I'm just going to put a couple more little drips of this stuff on here. We'll get a little bit more of a close-up here. Let's take a look. Here we go. Looks good to me. Let's go ahead and fill this bad boy up and go back to the main screen, have a vape on it, and we'll talk about it some more. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed the build. Now let's talk about the coils that we just put in this Engine 2 RTA here. This one was a breeze. It was a very easy build to do, and I feel like it's a very appropriate build as well. Honestly, I really didn't feel like doing anything sort of complicated or anything like that, so just bust out some flat wire and there you go. It's really easy. I think the technique of bending both the leads towards each other, kind of like that little quarter wrap thing that I did there, was a big time help. It just allowed me to kind of straighten those coils out. All I had to do was basically pull them down and pull them out ever so slightly, and that's it. That's all the adjustments that I needed to make there. And I really felt so confident in myself that I was able to clip those leads off before even repositioning the coils. So that's something that I really like about this one here. You know, it takes a basic builder to be able to build this thing, and I feel like the flavor on it is really good. And do I feel like it makes a difference whether the coils are hanging down from the top or coming up from the bottom or coming out the side or anything like that? No, I feel like those kind of things are trivial in this sense, and the fact that it hangs down from the top is just kind of I know, I don't really know how I feel about that quite yet. I don't think it affects anything whatsoever, but it did make installing the coils a teensy bit harder, I guess, but really not that much. But overall, flavor on this thing so far is really good. Today I'm vaping some of this Just Strawberry Punch by Hometown Hero, and it's really good. It's pretty simple, sweet strawberry flavor. I really don't get much else from it, but that's what it's meant for. It's just strawberry, super simple, and digging it. So let's go ahead and have a quick vape off of it. Wicking wise, it's keeping up rather nicely. I'm not getting any sort of burnt flavor whatsoever. I'm seeing the bubbles come up after every puff, so that's a good thing in my book. So as far as the kind of difficulty of wicking it, it wasn't really that challenging. With this one here, it's more like wicking an RDA instead of an RTA because you don't need a whole lot of cotton. You only need enough to just kind of tuck down into those little slots there, and that's it. You really don't want a lot of cotton in this RTA because otherwise it's just going to clog it up and you're going to get some dry hits there. But with that, overall, I'm pretty happy so far with the OBS Engine V2, and yeah, what more can I say that you can't say with a nice big cloud? So let's go ahead and have another quick puff off of this one, and then we'll sign out. Alright guys, so that about does it for this video. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe for more videos just like this. Don't forget to click that notification bell right next to the subscribe button if you want to be alerted whenever I upload videos. Also, leave me some comments in the box below. I'd love to hear your thoughts on the Engine V2, the build, or anything else you guys want to discuss down there. Don't forget to check out the advocacy and my social media links right down there in the description below. Join up with my Facebook group, guys. It's a lot of fun. It's the Daily Vape TV Cloud Crew. Link is right down there. Thank you guys so much for tuning in, and as always, vape on.